Scoot over a little bit further. Looks like someone's already commenting. Is that right?
I don't know.
Well, I see a smiley face.
Are you running?
Yeah.
Jerry Evans says hello. Kimberly Rose, hello.
First off, can you hear us?
Mona Rush from West Virginia. Kentucky here. So yeah.
Has anybody tell us you can hear us? We want to make sure of that.
Hello from Gail Larson. Looks good, sounds good.
All right. Any wind noise? I can't do a lot about that, but I do have a dead cat.
Hello from Arizona.
Awesome. Fabulous.
Living on Sunshine says loud and clear. Michael Crow says I can hear.
Awesome, man.
Jumper Dumper says howdy from Indiana. Mona says I can hear you. Wally Jordan, huh? Wait.
And I don't know if Nancy's able to be watching right now or not, Nancy Ivy, but Nancy, I promise this time I won't be playing with my glasses. And
Loud
making
and
that
clear
clicking
from
noise.
upstate New York. Hello from Central Illinois. Awesome. Glad you all
Wow.
are here.
Well, I'm going to adjust this down, make one minor adjustment again so they can see the logos on our shirts here.
Okay.
A little better. And I have to make minute adjustments.
Hi from Indiana.
We'll try that.
Upstate New York.
That's better.
This is awesome.
Is that okay? Everybody can see okay and everything? How many we got on there now?
My phone still says 7, but I know that is incorrect.
Okay. It might take a little bit to refresh and pick up
John
on.
Duke, you're coming in loud and clear at the Itch.
Fabulous.
Awesome. Tin Can Adventures, hi from Yuma. Kimberly Rose says yes, she can hear us.
I can see it. It says 77 here, it looks like.
Yeah, see, mine still says 7.
Yeah, I think it says 77. I'd have to get closer, but now it says 78.
All right. Mine will refresh, or I can go out and come back in.
Oh yeah, well you might want to do that just so you can keep us abreast. We are not at the campground, and there's a reason why. I was hoping that the signal would be good enough there so we could go live there at the campground, but unfortunately we're just far enough away from the tower so that we didn't get a strong enough upload signal.
Perk up, you sound all depressed. And he had a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I've had 4 cups of coffee today. I don't know. Anyway, what we've discovered when we go live, it always works best if we have a minimum of 10 megabytes per second of upload speeds. And when I checked it at the campground before we headed over here, and I'll tell you where we are here in just a second, which is just a little ways from the campground.
Hi from Oregon, Mike from Denver.
Yeah, awesome.
Roger from Minnesota. Sorry, go ahead.
We could only ring out 5 megabytes per second over there at the campground because hopefully the service will improve, or maybe there's some new technology will come along before next year. Oops, did I say that already?
You said that, but I think the cat's out of the bag.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It says Bill sounds and looks tired. It has been an wonderful week.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a good tired.
It's a good tired.
Yes.
It's just that everybody is so nice and everybody has got along so well. And yeah, we had a little bit of worry about that because you get a group of people together, you never know. But it has been wonderful.
Yes, those minor concerns that we had before the rendezvous started quickly went out the window.
Yes.
And then, of course, my next concerns was to make sure that all the activities that we had planned went off smoothly.
Yes.
And all of those did, but believe me, I've been a little... Yeah, because I just wanted to make sure that everybody had a good time, had a wonderful time. And there's one word that can describe our first rendezvous. And the best word, I think, is magical.
It was.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. Everyone got along. Everyone kept telling us how nice it was. The weather, of course, was perfect, which we had nothing to do with. But it was just so nice for the people that did come. And we had, I believe my last count was 50 people.
Well, we had that's true, but when we had the wiener roast
Yeah.
and the big storytelling night, Marvin said he counted 69 people around the campfire.
So,
I would say, because a lot of folks asked how many cargo conversions did we have. Well, we had some that came early, had to leave early, had some that had to come in midweek, and so on and so forth. And we tried to get a count a couple of times, but I would say all in all, because we had other people come as well, not in cargo trailers, because this wasn't just about cargo conversions. This was simply about the fellowship with our followers. So we had some folks, and that's another thing too. I'll say this right quick right now. The one that we're having next year, you do not have to have a cargo trailer conversion in order to attend the 2023 Rendezvous, which we already have scheduled.
okay, you might as well talk about it because the cat's out of the bag.
Okay.
They said you let it out yesterday.
Well, yeah, those that were paying attention. We went ahead and set at the same campground again, and the name of the campground is Itchituckney Family Canoe and Cabins. Itchituckney Family Canoe and Cabins. You can Google it, but they also have someone standing by the phones now in case you want to go ahead and call and get a reservation in. Several of those that were here this week, they went ahead and made their reservations, but there will be space, and we were talking to the owners about how we could maybe with smaller rigs share sites, because a lot of these sites are large enough to accommodate two small trailers or RVs at each site. Say if it's a conversion van and a 6x12 cargo conversion, or a small RV, a small single axle RV. But what you'll need to do if you call in to make a reservation, tell them what your rig is. Tell them exactly what you've got and what kind of hookups you will need. Not every single site has sewer at the site.
Right.
Many do, but not every single site. So let's get that out of the way. I hope everybody's making
You want
notes.
to tell the phone number?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell the phone number after I explain everything
Oh,
they
okay.
need to
I'm
do.
so sorry.
Yeah, let's give the phone number after that. So in other words, we strongly suggest that you, when you call in, tell them what your rig is, tell them what you would need. If you can survive without sewer, that would be great. They have a really nice bathhouse there. It's older, but they keep it up real well. Okay. So they do have a bathhouse. So like I say, not every single site has sewer. Many of them do.
And they got a brand new washing machine this week.
Oh yeah, we've
And it
got a
was
brand
like,
new washing
yay!
machine because the one they had,
was acting up.
yeah, was giving us trouble. So,
Temperamental.
so there are concessions for some smaller rigs that would be able to share sites. Now we were apprehensive about doing this time around, so we didn't really get into detail about that. However, everybody they got along so great. It was just amazing to Deb and I. We're talking about people that came from all parts of the country.
Yes, we had people from everywhere.
Yeah.
It was amazing to us.
But the point is that I was getting ready to make before I started getting choked up. And believe me, I've been choked up many times this last week.
It has been it's amazing to us.
It's as if after everybody visited for just a matter of a few minutes, it's like they'd all known each other for years. That's the thing. That's what I mean when I say magical.
And what
And-
meant a lot to us, we'd be just kind of sitting under the pop-up and up and down the campground. You would hear people laughing and talking, and it was like, this is amazing.
Yes, and everybody was taking turns showing their rig to someone else and stuff like that. And then the events we had in the evening, I'm getting ready to give you the phone number in a minute. The events we had of the evening, we had the wiener roast on Wednesday night, and that's when Marvin told me he counted 67, 69 people. And while we were doing that, we started telling camping stories, and awesome camping stories. Some of them were absolutely hilarious. I mean, once we got the ice broken, once we broke that ice, and then people got up enough nerve to come up and tell their story. And that was absolutely fabulous. And then, of course, on movie night, we showed the long trailer with Desi Arnaz and Lucille Ball, and a lot of folks hadn't seen the movie before.
I had never seen it before.
Well, I'd seen bits and pieces, and it was absolutely, and we had popcorn and everything.
Aura.
Hey, Aura. And then the night of
the music, Bill had quite the audience. He intended to be a mini concert. I think he ended up playing for 3 hours.
Yeah.
I had a camera set up, but it was dark now, dark 30. And
so then what they did, everybody went and got lanterns and brought lanterns out around the set on my little stage for me. And I just kept on playing, and so many songs I was just trying to pull out of the hat, and I had not rehearsed those songs. And I think I only messed up maybe 1 or 2 times
Just
where I forgot
once.
lyrics, But
Just
they had
once.
they played a little contest. They said every time Bill messes up, we'll take a drink.
that's right.
And they only had to take a drink like 1 or 2 times.
It wasn't enough. He didn't mess up enough.
So, but it was just, here again, absolutely magical. We had a campfire every night, sometimes more than one. And there's several folks still there. There's several folks that are pulling out today, but we still got quite a few still there. And some will be pulling out tomorrow. Some will be pulling out. They're staying a little bit longer. But anyway, are you ready for the phone number? For some of them's probably already looked it up by now. You want to read off the number,
It's
please?
386-497-2150. And they've brought in a little extra help because last year we took them by surprise.
And you still may have to wait.
And you still may have, it may ring and ring and
It
ring,
all
and you may have
depends
to
how it
call
goes.
back. I do not
Right.
know.
No, we don't know.
But the campground is great. The management is great. We can't say enough good things about all of them. They're all so
we
helpful.
just love them. We absolutely love them.
Really take pride in what they're doing.
Something else that we need to mention, they also have, we affectionately refer to the area as the North 40, but that's a primitive area back there. So if you want to do boondocking or something like that, which we had a few do that.
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, one was a 24-foot cargo conversion back there, and they boondocked back there. So yeah, it can be done, and it's a real neat area. And I'm not going to quote prices.
Okay, what are the dates? You haven't said that.
Oh. See. Okay, February 20th through February 27th, 2023.
Can you believe that?
Yeah,
Wow.
well, so next year, basically, it'll be this very same week. And we've already put in a request for the same weather that we had this week.
Yes, we have. Don't know if we have any say in that, but 2 weeks ago it was a little iffy, but this week it's just been beautiful.
You could not have asked for better weather.
Several
than
went
what we've
down
had
the
this
river
week.
kayaking.
Yes.
Several went just on, they had brought their motorcycles, so they went on motorcycle rides.
I grabbed my glasses and started
Yeah,
snapping
you better
them.
be careful.
Yeah, I had to remember to put it back down.
Cargo conversion build and camp? No, Itchatuckney Family Canoe and Camp.
What? Cargo conversion building. I think that's the name of a YouTube channel.
Cargo On is the name of the YouTube channel.
Okay.
Okay, so
What else?
Linda says hi. She can't log in. Bob Johnson, hi from Ohio. Hi, Robert.
Hi, Robert. How are you?
Johnette, I'm sorry I missed the concert. Then they're just talking about other things. The weather couldn't have been better. Yes, and it was a beautiful place.
Say the phone number again for the campground.
Okay, 386-497-2150. Be sure and tell them you're coming to the I Ride Rendezvous.
They'll know.
It's February 20th through the 27th of next year, 2023. And yes, they are open today, Michael. They are open 7 days a week, actually.
Yes, they are.
and we're hoping. Will you have your third conversion done by next? I thought y'all liked us as a couple. There will be no third conversion.
And I will say this, the second one, the one we're on now, it's not completely done, but we've just decided to just chill for a little bit, But we do have a few, but it will be totally completed by next year, of course.
It better be totally completed before next year.
Ooh. But no, it's if you can see a way to make it to the event next year, I tell you, I'm going to be, when we get back from doing this today, what I did earlier today, one of our people that were there, they were packing up, getting ready to leave. It was Brad and Karen, and some of you might remember Brad and Karen's video. And I'm doing it again.
We circled around. We went down to tell them goodbye.
Yeah.
Because, if we have the opportunity, we would love to do that. But some people got away before we could do that. But in just a little bit, there was probably 10 other couples gathered around.
Yeah, several people.
And we were all exchanging
numbers visiting and hugging and crying.
Poor Karen couldn't stop crying.
Poor Karen. But what I did, I turned on the camera and just started shooting the conversation.
So I'm sure you'll be uploading that.
And when we get back from this, when I get back to the campground, that's one of the first things I'll be working on, and I'll try to have that uploaded this evening so y'all can watch that.
And maybe you'll cry a tear or two too.
No. I've been... Okay. Grown, burly men like me that weigh 300 pounds. And it's all muscle, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing to get choked up.
But those of you that didn't make it, we hope that you enjoyed the little blogs Bill put up daily. Sorry they weren't very long, or maybe as
they were all just
thought.
Impromptu, and it would just hit me. I'd shoot something right quick. And I guess we need to get to the walkthrough videos. I've shot several walkthrough videos. Still have at least one more to go this afternoon, maybe more when we get back. So I got to do that as well. And so in the next few weeks, you'll start seeing those once a week. We're going to make an effort to put up one a week, and we'll probably upload those towards the weekend, probably Friday-ish evening, each one. So you can be looking forward to those over the next several weeks.
Merle, that is a question I would have to ask, to be honest with you. Building during the rendezvous, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, it probably would be.
People are there to have fun, not to hear saws buzzing. But that's my opinion.
Yeah.
That's something we can discuss, and if that seems to be something we might want to entertain, we can do that. Yeah. What happened, of course, is a lot of people walking through, other people said, hey, I like that idea. How can I incorporate an idea like that in my rig when I get home?
Yeah.
And
poor old Johnny of Jan and Johnny.
Yeah, now he's got several things.
Yeah, Jan has come up with several things she wants him to add to their 6x12 cargo conversion. And so,
what does the campground charge roughly for the rendezvous week? Are we going there?
Less than 200, a tad more than 150, and that's all I'm going to say. We're not going to quote prices. Just go ahead and call them, and they'll answer your questions.
Yes. And of course, there's things to do local, which is what a lot of people did this week, and we very much encouraged them. In fact, I had a list of things of interest they might want to go do.
But let me say this about the pricing. This campground, you won't find any place else in Florida with those kind of prices for a weekly rate.
Not this time of year.
Yeah, believe me.
And but here again, it's sand, it's not paved pads, it's so at the end of the day your feet are pretty dirty if you wear sandals. Mine were. Yeah.
we keep a broom in the living room.
Brad says she is crying again.
Oh, poor Karen.
I'm sorry, Karen.
They're on their way home. I don't know if they can watch it, but they're listening on the way home. Well, Karen might be able to watch it because she's in the passenger seat, and then Brad can hear it. But they're on their way home back to Indiana, and we feel for you guys because we know what kind of weather is waiting for you. I'd say the temperature right now is at least 81 or so.
I didn't
Yeah.
even look.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't even look at
And-
what the temperature was.
And the temperatures all week hovered in the upper 70s and mid 80s all week. All week.
And some people didn't ever go anywhere. They just stayed at the campground and visited,
Yeah.
among others. And, you know, it's all about that. If you just want to relax and visit, that's awesome. And that's basically what Bill and I did, except
Well,
he had his camera running around.
Yeah, I had to run around and shoot video and stuff like that. But it was fun. It was fun. And then we would, when people would come in and try to find their spot, a bunch of us would get together and help them find their spot. And we had a few that they couldn't help it. They ended up coming in after dark, you know, although we admonished everyone, please try to get here before dark.
Because it's just hard to find your
Yeah,
campsite.
it's just kind of hard to find the sites. But didn't matter. We were all there to help each other. If only, you know, the whole world got along like we got
Somebody
along.
says Fort White is now showing 80 degrees.
Oh, man. Yep.
And the sun is shining, and I don't know if you can see the parking lot, but there's lots of people out here.
Yeah, I don't have it pointed the right direction.
Going
but-
kayaking, canoeing, tubing,
Yeah.
I guess. There are a few tubing. I see someone carrying a tube.
Yeah, we're sitting here at the south entrance to Itchituckney Springs State Park. And the weather here just in the last week has really improved drastically. It's absolutely gorgeous here.
And Brad is the mayor.
And Brad, yeah, we had kind of a kangaroo election.
Aaron
and-
says next year he will be your cameraman.
Okay.
Come on, Aaron.
Good deal. And we got a ranger driving by here.
We're legal.
Yeah, we are. Just wave at him. Hey there. Anyway, we're just, don't get me wrong, I'm probably going to sleep in the morning. Well, some people say I sleep in
people
every
say
day
you do that
anyway.
anyway.
But I'm going to sleep in. Let's put it that way. But,
Site
no.
10, I would say, is pretty good, Michael.
Oh, yeah, Site 10.
Yeah.
That's a good
So,
site.
you
Yeah.
know.
We don't have them all memorized.
No.
Now, you can go back and look through our videos. We did a video about the campground, and if we have enough time before we pull out in a few days, I'll try to do another one and get it uploaded. But we did a video a year ago about this campground, and on the thumbnail, it will say something like, I know one part says, shh, it's a secret, like that on the thumbnail. If you see that, and then I think I said it was cargo conversion friendly on the thumbnail, and something about
Name of the campground again.
Itchituckney Family Canoe and Cabins.
The dates of the rendezvous for next year are February 20th through the 27th, and that way you can get a weekly rate. You don't have to be here the whole time, but
But the weekly rate is a whole lot better than the daily rate. Yeah.
Their phone number, once again, is 386-497-2150, and they have people there today going ahead and answering the phone, as well as they're getting people out kayaking and stuff. So,
But I think
they're
they
a
only
busy
have
place.
one line coming in, so if you can't get through, try again. You know, if you are calling. Now, something else about the campground, as we mentioned earlier, but I know we've had a few people that just now come on the live feed. There are several sites that have water, electric, and sewer. Then there are some that have just water and electric.
Someone wants you to play a song while we're here, but he doesn't
I didn't
have
bring
his
my guitar.
Not right now,
Yeah,
sorry.
Sorry, can't do that. But I didn't think about that. So anyway, and the campground, the way it's laid out, all around the perimeter are primitive cabins. So you can also rent a cabin if you wish. Okay.
But you have to bring your own bedding.
Bring your own bedding, and the cabins, so you'll know, no indoor plumbing on the cabins. They're a concrete floor. Some of them will have one bed, some of them will have two beds.
Okay, if you have a question about your solar setup, go ahead and email Marvin
Yeah.
and give them that email
Okay,
address.
write this down. Ask for, and it's the number 4, so it'd be ASK number 4 Marvin at gmail.com. askformarvin@gmail.com.
And he gets emails and he'll answer you fairly quickly.
Yeah.
And he is who our go-to was for our solar.
Yes, yeah. He designed our system, and
And
he is our resident
One gentleman
solar
says
guru.
they even let you stay in your vehicle. I'm camping in my SUV.
Yep.
So, you know,
That's got to be Johnny.
that's
Is
gotta
that
be
John? John?
Well, it's
He goes by Reefer.
Yeah.
John. And John is right across from us. And John, I hope you're coming back next year. I hope so. Man, we have really enjoyed.
Let's
having
talk
you here.
about the person that came the furthest. The
Okay.
people that came the furthest was Bill and Shauna. They came in from Ash Fork, Arizona, which is 1,959 miles.
Yeah.
How flattered are
Yes.
we?
And humbled.
humbled.
Yeah, flattered and humbled all at the same time.
Of course, we've had representation from everywhere.
Had folks from Pennsylvania.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Florida,
And,
of
but
course.
that's the people that drove the furthest.
Yeah.
And they were an awesome couple as well.
Yes, we loved them all.
Yeah.
Every single person. It's like, wow. I don't know. Deb and I don't know what's happening here. That's the thing.
No.
We haven't figured out what is this. You know, we don't even have 20,000 subscribers. But I've got to say, our loyal followers, which I'm certain that we saw a really good cross section of that this week. Obviously, wow. All I can say is wow.
Wow.
You know,
Exactly.
it's
Exactly.
absolutely amazing.
Hi,
And
Gordon from
you all
Canada.
need to experience
That's
this if you can.
awesome that you was able to join us this morning. Sorry to say that we're in the 80s here. I don't know what you're in there. I know we've had an awful cold winter. I've been sending little messages to our kids in Northwest Arkansas, and they have been rude in their responses. If you're
yeah.
listening,
Children.
you have been downright rude to your mother.
Well, Northwest Arkansas has actually they've been hit a little harder.
Well,
than,
that was
than
one of the
normal.
reasons Ken and Brad didn't want to go home.
Yeah.
Because they knew they were going back to cold when they'd
Yeah.
been in weather like this.
Yeah, Ken and Judy, they were going back to Illinois, and Brad's going back to Indiana. And anyway,
We kept telling them, call your boss, they'll understand.
sure. But,
Michael, okay. He said that when he booked his site, they said that was the last one. That doesn't mean
Well-
that you shouldn't call in and see if they can put you on a waiting list. Because here again, we might be able to share some sites.
Yeah, there's still a
So-
possibility of sharing sites, and what we will do as time goes on. Tracy, the owner / manager, she already knows that we'll be corresponding with her on a regular basis throughout the summer, and we'll find out. And here again, we do have a setup where, and as time goes on, and y'all can email us too during this time. But as time goes on, we might be able to see with those that are willing to share a site with someone else. A lot of these sites are long enough and large enough so that they can accommodate 2 small rigs, like a 6x12 trailer or a small RV, a conversion van. And each site, or most of every site, has two 30 amp hookups per site. So if you only need 15, 20 amps for your particular rig, be sure and get you an adapter that adapts to a 30 amp RV receptacle that will adapt over to a 15, 20 amp cord, which they're readily available everywhere. You can get one at Harbor Freight for $9, you know.
What? Let's do something different now. Let's talk about future plans.
Okay. What are they?
He doesn't have any.
Okay, here's our immediate future plans. When we leave here, we are going to go visit some friends over on the other side of Gainesville for a week, and we are going to get our feet wet boondocking and seeing how well we can actually do on our solar.
It'll be our first mini test.
Yep. We are taking a generator with us, and I'm certain that we'll have to use it, but we will keep you updated on how that goes. After we do all that, and do all that, then we're going to start moseying back to Arkansas. We have to be back in Arkansas right at April 1st. And we're planning on spending 2 months in Arkansas, and we'll keep you updated on that as time goes on. And the main reason why we need to spend 2 months is doctor's appointments, taxes we got to get done. We may end up having a couple of minor procedures done, both of us. We don't know yet. We'll find out when we get back. And there's a few little things I want to get done to the van and for my mechanic to work on the van. So first we thought we could get it all done in a month.
Sorry.
But anyway, we're gonna take 2 months just to be on the safe side. And then the next thing is, once we do head out, we're planning on heading northerly and then over to the east. We've been invited by some of our followers to stop and spend some time with them. Some of them have hookups for us. Others, well, we'll just see what we've got, and we'll know more about how our solar will get us by that time. Well, basically, we're going to be heading north. We're going to be visiting Minnesota, Indiana, and eventually end up over in the New Hampshire area. And then we'll kind of sort of work our way back down. But we've got to be back in northwest Arkansas roughly around September-ish. So we'll kind of mosey that way, and we haven't got our route mapped out completely, and I'm sure even if we did, it would change a little along the way. But that's our plans. Also part of the plan, and the rendezvous was kind of what inspired us of this. We're probably along the way, once we know exactly where we're going to be going and things like that, we will probably arrange to have some meetups along the way, And so that's all in the works. But here again, we can't tell you.
Haven't got our exact route.
Yeah, we can't tell you exactly where and when those would be, but we will be putting the word out as we travel, because, like I told Deb, something's happening here that we never expected.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Anything else?
Don't understand it, but we are sure grateful that we get to meet all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It does our hearts good.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Meet up in Amana, Iowa. Yes, Aaron.
Now, Aaron wants us to come to Amana, Iowa, and that's in August.
You just never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
Aaron, plant me a tree on the site that go ahead and set aside the site that you'd want us to be at. But I need one tree. So give me a.
Don't pay
It's a
attention to
joke.
him.
Okay?
Don't pay attention to him.
Anything else? And we love you, Aaron. We can't wait to see you in person. Aaron and
He
I.
says there's 2 trees right next to him.
Okay.
All right.
That'll work.
Woo!
That'll work. But Aaron and I, we just simply started corresponding. He's a YouTuber as well. I think he calls his channel Three Tails RV. Is that correct? Aaron, put the name of your YouTube channel in there. Go ahead and comment and show that. And Aaron and I just started talking. First we would talk through Facebook Messenger, and then I got up enough nerve to give him my phone number.
Three Tails RV.
Three Tails.
The number 3. Three Tails RV.
Yeah. And then I got up enough nerve to give him my phone number. We just don't give our phone number out to anybody. And then we started texting back and forth, and then we started calling and talking back and forth. And it's even though we've never met each other in person, it's obvious that when we do, it's going to be like we've known each other for a long time. And and I can't explain it, but that's the way it is. Anything else, baby?
They're just talking about Mike Wilson says that he's in New York and fit to be tied, waving to us.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
And then someone else says, love to see you in Iowa. And YouTube family is the best.
Well,
so
our YouTube family we think is the best, that's for sure.
absolutely.
We won't get any arguments here, We, like I say, we have, I think of the last count, we had almost 18,000, or is it almost 19,000?
It's over 18.
Okay, it's 18,700 and almost 18,800.
Which just shocks
Right,
us to death.
because we never ask people to subscribe. But you know what? I would like to have 20,000 subscribers, so
18.7.
I'm going to ask you to subscribe.
Oh, now you say you never do that.
Well, we may change that a little bit. But we're not going to have the little ditty at the end of the video where it says, please subscribe, tap the bell, all that kind of stuff, But we're just tickled to death with how things are going.
Jesse's Homestead says, I'm going to be there next year. Can't wait.
All right.
Awesome.
But keep in mind, folks,
we're looking forward to meeting all of you.
If you're able to boondock, there's room back in what we call the North 40.
No, you don't have to be a conversion. We've had
Absolutely
several
not.
come in this time in Class A's, Class C's,
yes.
vans.
Everyone is welcome.
They're vehicle tent campers. We've had a couple of them.
Yes.
And everybody that enjoys
this,
we
mentioned that earlier, but they probably weren't
everyone
on
that
by
enjoys
then.
this lifestyle.
Yes. Our channel is a lot about cargo conversions, of course, because we did one and we do a lot of cargo trailer conversions, but this isn't what this is about. This is about the camaraderie between folks of that has like interests like we do.
Okay, here's a question, and I don't know that we have a favorite. What was your favorite part of the week? And meeting everybody. That's my favorite part of the week. What was your favorite food of the week? I would have to say the hot dogs, because we were all gathered around the fire and talking and visiting and that to us means so much.
Believe me, we ate more than we should have, and we ate a lot more. Well, especially me, I ate more sweets than I should have. Oh, and by the way, while we were having this meetup this week, Jan and Johnny celebrated their 55th wedding anniversary.
So we had to have cake.
Yeah. So it was mainly Brad's idea. And here again, this is another thing that we're talking about. Brad and Karen had never met Jan and Johnny, but we knew, because we know them both. We knew, and the same goes for Marvin and Mary. They had never met Brad and Karen either, but we automatically knew that all three of these couples would just, but we just knew.
And of course, we had popcorn. That was a favorite food of the week.
But Brad, after he had met Jan and Johnny, and they happened to be right next door to each other, and they just hit it off, like that. And so it was Brad's idea. We got to give credit to Brad. It was his number one idea to go ahead and get the cake and surprise them with the 55th anniversary cake. And we surprised them with that just before we showed the movie on movie night. And it was. So I asked Brad to come up and make the announcement and everything, and it was just wonderful.
All in
absolutely
all,
wonderful.
We had a wonderful time. We enjoyed meeting all of you very much.
We can't tell you that enough.
And in our heart of hearts, because we know it costs money to travel and do these things, and you all expressed over and over and over how much fun you were having, and that's important to us. We wanted everyone to have a good time.
By the way, Brad and Karen and Jan and Johnny hit it off so well. They together are sharing one site next year.
So,
So they, and well, what can I say?
You just never know. You meet, as we've said, you meet the nicest people in a campground.
Friendships have been forged here that will last forever. And it's not just Deb and I saying the new friends that we made, it's everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody. It's unreal.
Robert, we are not YouTube stars. No.
Absolutely
We're
not.
just Bill and Deb.
We're just Bill and Deb. We're just people. There's people, that love life and want to concentrate on the positive and not the negative.
All right, work on that fifth wheel tomorrow so that you can come next year. You betcha.
What, are they talking to us?
No, he says working on their fifth wheel tomorrow.
Oh, good.
And they're in Nashville, so
fabulous.
Awesome.
Fabulous. Well, a lot of people, someone's already mentioned building a third for us, and people would joke about that at the campground all week. And Deb said, sure, Bill can build another one just as soon as the divorce is final.
Yep. That would be a mighty sad ending to a 50, almost
shoot.
51-year relationship.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be mighty sad.
51 years in July. Can you imagine
I
that?
know.
Holy goodness. Yeah. How long have we been on now?
2:30 is the time.
Okay. We went on at 2, so we went on 30 minutes. And how many we got on there?
142.
142. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Anything
My
else?
phone wasn't keeping up with it for a while. I think
see.
we've pretty well gone over everything we was going to
Okay.
go over. We made our little announcement. Hope you all can come. And of course, if Itchituckney
Family Canoe and Cabins.
If they're full, there's other parks around here.
Yeah, there is. So and let's talk about that for a minute. But don't wait too long. If for some reason you can't get, and some people did that this year too.
Yes.
If you can't get into that campground, Olino State Park is 20 minutes away. I'm trying to think of another one that would be close by.
Olino State Park's not very far away.
Gilcrest Blue Hole, they have camping
they
there
have
at
camping
Gilcrest
there.
Blue Hole State Park. Gilcrest Blue Hole State Park.
We even had
And
some
they're
people
like 20 minutes
They
away.
would have some that stayed because they couldn't get a site, and their trailer wasn't finished or their RV, and they went and stayed at a bed and breakfast over in,
Yeah.
you know,
And then
one of these
others
little
got a
towns.
cabin. Others got a cabin.
Yes. So
So there's other ways you can do it. And again, let me stress this. I don't know if you actually checked about this, but if you're able to boondock, there is the section that we call the North 40, which is right there.
yeah.
Where
There's
you
just
can-
no hookups out there.
It-
Now
it's-
water is available. You can pull up
Oh,
at
yeah.
anyone's site and hook up to water. I mean, to fill your tanks.
And if you needed to dump an auxiliary gray tank or something like that, I'm certain that anyone in the
Absolutely.
campground that is hooked up to sewer, they would be more than happy to pull their tube out and let you go ahead and dump
I know we would.
your
so,
auxiliary gray tank. So
Absolutely.
you can come to ours. We don't care.
Yeah, we don't care.
So there are other ways to do this, folks. So don't let that discourage you just because we just heard that it was already full. But here again, there's also the possibility, and we will know more about this as time goes on. There's also the possibility that 2 smaller rigs could share one of the larger sites. And as time goes on, we'll be able to see exactly who is where, and then maybe we can contact some of them and say, hey, would you be willing to share a site because of the size of your rig, stuff like that. Don't know, but there are some possibilities. So all is not lost. So don't give up on that. Anything else, babe?
I just love the channel. We try to be nice people. We're just people.
That's something.
Believe me, some of the people saw Mill and I having a little, talk.
Do what now?
They saw us having a little talk one day.
No, what they saw was you telling me it's going to be this way, and I said, yes, ma'am. That's
No,
what they
that
saw.
wasn't how it went down, but whatever.
What really shocks us the most is just like Marvin and Mary. We've known Marvin and Mary now, and Jan and Johnny, for we know Marvin and Mary for over a year, and they are our #1 video. Their particular video is our #1 video that's out there. So when they travel, and they took a big trip up in the northwest part of the country, they didn't get to Oregon, but they got up into Wyoming and Montana up in there and come down through that way. South Dakota, places like that.
See, there's already people
And-
saying on here that they'll share their sites. So,
There you go. There you go. Like I say though, it's got to be 2 smaller rigs. It can't be
no.
2 large rigs, but maybe one 20-footer and one 12-footer would work, and y'all would, and things like that. So, and if you need to ask questions, you can also email us at iridetinyhouse@gmail.com. Let me say that again, all one word, iridetinyhouse@gmail.com. After this is over, I'll go ahead and put a pinned comment in the comment thread, and it'll be right at the very top. So if you go in and look at it later, usually after we get done doing these lives, it takes about another 30 minutes for it to be uploaded by YouTube for real. And you can go back in and look at it tomorrow and you will see the pinned comment, and the comment will contain our email address, which is iridetinyhouse@gmail.com. We'll also include the phone number of the campground just in case. But like I say, Deb and I will be corresponding back and forth with Tracy over the summer months.
And here Nancy Ellis said that she would share. So we've got several that's perfectly willing to share.
Right, so there's still a possibility.
So,
but it depends on the size of your rigs,
yes,
okay?
Yes.
And your needs as
Right.
far as hookups are concerned. Everyone in the regular part of the campground can have electricity. Everyone in the regular part of the campground can have water, because there's, for each site, or you can put a fitting on there, but you should be able to have water and electricity at each site, but the most you'll have is a 30 amp service. Okay. Anything else?
Okay, I don't think so. Trying to think if we've left anything out that we wanted to say. Thank you everyone for buying some merchandise.
Yes.
We appreciate that. Of course, the store will still be open. We'll still leave the 2022 Rendezvous stuff up for a while, but eventually that will go away because we will be up and talking about the new one. And but we really appreciate that.
And we'll be adding more stuff to our merch.
Yeah.
A lot of people asked about stickers, and that's something that we never even thought about. They want to be
Well,
able to buy stickers. So.
Yes, we'll look into that, as well as we had an awesome giveaway from the girl,
The one that does our promo
graphic
for
work
us.
promo for us. She donated, and we gave it away. Soft-sided
Insulated bag,
bag.
like a small soft.
And you don't know how tempting that was to keep that for myself.
Yeah. But no.
So now I'm going to have to see about, getting me one.
Yeah.
Let's see.
That probably would eat up our entire commission we have coming.
Probably. Let's see. These are just, I'm trying to figure out if any of this is something I need to answer, and it's just basically chit chat.
Yeah. Which is awesome.
Which is awesome. So I think we've answered most of y'all's questions.
We're going to be on here for a few more minutes in case something else pops up.
Well, then talk. Make up something to talk about.
Make up something to talk about?
Go for it. No dead airspace. Here's the question.
Okay.
Can a 63-foot rig camp there? In some sites, yes. They may already be booked.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of is making the turn to come in. The ones in the center section are mostly pull-through type.
Can they run a generator in the boondocking spots? And I'm sure you can.
As long as it's a quiet one during the day, you should be okay.
Quiet hour is from 11 o'clock at night until I believe 7 the next morning.
Yeah, but if it's an open frame generator, we're going to say, don't do that. But if you have a quiet generator, and if you can put it in an area where it won't bother other people, because a lot of us did enjoy our quiet time, if you know what I mean. We had a gentleman pull in that had a trailer. His trailer was a food truck, and he had a loud open frame generator, and he left that thing running for quite some time. He finally was able to he needed an adapter to be able to plug in to keep his refrigeration going and all that stuff. And he finally was able to come up with an adapter, but man, until he was able to come up with that adapter, it
was pretty loud.
It was annoying.
Pretty loud throughout the park.
So let's think about our neighbors, okay? And there is a neighborhood kind of next door, so we got to think about that too. But a quiet generator shouldn't be any issues. But if you have an open frame one that you can hear,
it's all
100 feet away,
it's all
and
just,
yeah,
what we all deal
what we're
with
saying.
all the time. It's just camping etiquette. You pick up after yourself. You care about other people.
Yeah, pick up after your dog.
And pick up after your dog.
Yeah.
These little things.
Yeah, just little things like that. Just basic common sense.
Yes, and Aaron says you're better off to ask the campground, and that is absolutely. We try to refer those. We should have referred that question to them in the first place.
Yeah,
Sorry.
But this is just what I'm thinking off the top of my head, but in the end, yes, ask them at the campground if it's okay.
That would be
Now, I
best.
know that the people that did boondock there back in the 24-footer, they did use a generator, but we never heard it.
No, and they
Yeah.
also had
and it was a small one and a
suitcase
quiet
solar
one.
that they set out
Right,
in the sun.
right.
So.
But yeah, so we really never heard it. It was not a nuisance by any means. So there you go. What else?
I'm sorry you couldn't make it this year either, Larry. I hope to see you in the future, though. We want to meet all of you eventually, one way or another.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So they're still talking about the generator, so we've already discussed that.
Yeah.
Um,
Everybody's being nice about it, I hope.
oh yes.
Okay, good.
We have nice people.
Oh yeah, our followers
What is this?
are the best. That's true. They are the
Walter,
best.
I have no idea what they charge for boondocking. You're best to call the office, and they
Yeah.
will give you that price.
We are not going to quote prices. We're going to leave that up to the campground.
Is the rooster still there? The rooster was there as of last night, and he is such a pretty rooster.
Yeah, this beautiful rooster started coming in, and
So I haven't seen him this morning.
yeah.
But that doesn't mean he's not there when we get back. Okay, I came in late. What's the big announcement? You want to make it one more time?
Okay. We have scheduled another rendezvous for next year at Itchituckney Family Canoe and Cabins, which is the same campground that we did it this year at. And technically it's still going on. We'll
Yes.
still have people there tomorrow,
Yes.
and some are going to stay even beyond that. The phone number, read the phone number for the campground.
386-497-2150.
Read it again.
386-497-2150. It's February 20th through the 27th in 2023. And the reason we made it a week is you get better rates for a weekly rate than a daily rate.
Yes.
And we're all,
In
on
some
budget.
cases, in some cases, you'll come out ahead. Even if you can't stay the whole week, you'll come out ahead. Go ahead and get a weekly rate over a daily rate. That's just do the math. But we are not going to quote prices. We're going to leave that up to them. We have enough to get involved with. But here's what I was going to say a moment ago.
Are there shower houses? Yes, they have a shower house.
Yes.
They have a washer and dryer.
Yes.
And
A coin washer and dryer.
coin washer and dryer, yes. And but it's the bathrooms, from what I understand, I have my own, so to be honest with you, I hardly ever go in there. But when I have
I've
been
been
in
in
there, they're nice and clean.
Yeah.
They have 2 or 3 showers. So
They
and
take good care of them.
and the
They
people
keep
that
them
have
good.
seen them is have used them. They've told me that they were nice.
Okay. And here's what I want to say about the pricing, and I hope I can get through it this time. As far as pricing, I'm not going to mention prices, but this is what I will say. You won't find a better price in Florida. Yeah.
So, Jack Randall said the rooster's down by Ken and Judy's space. But Ken and Judy pulled out yesterday. Is it still their space?
So yeah.
But we have certainly enjoyed our time here, and it is the only private-owned campground we personally have ever stayed at.
Yes.
But I would go as far as to say it's probably going to always be our favorite.
Yes. Yes.
So that's about all I have to say about that there.
Yeah. That's about all you got to say.
That's
about
all
all
I
I got
gotta
to say about that. Yeah. But I don't know. It's but here, being back what I was talking about several minutes ago, let me try to get through this.
Well, hurry up.
Okay, I'm going to hurry. Marvin and Mary, they're our #1 video, so they get recognized when they did this big trip up through South Dakota and all up through there and back down into Arizona and Flagstaff and all that. They were recognized a few times just because of the video. And of course, one of the first questions they asked them, and they said they get asked this all the time. So, you know Bill and Deb? And they said, yeah, we know Bill and Deb. And they said, well, how are they in real life? Marvin says, what do you mean? How are they in real life? They're exactly what you see on YouTube. There's no difference. And no, we didn't quite understand why that question is always asked. We are who we are. We don't put on any kind of a front or anything. You know, we are who we are, and that's all there is to it.
Okay.
So,
new widow trying to figure out how to travel and meet people. I'd love a camper, but so maybe a tent to start. That's
sure.
entirely, you know, your choice. A tent is a cheaper way to get started, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just kind of your style, what you want. And that takes us back to all the walkthrough videos you did. Every one of them are different and unique and are designed and built for each person's individual needs.
The first video you'll see uploaded, and I'm not going to go into very much detail at all, but the very first video that we'll upload next week, believe it or not, is going to be a 6x10. They have a shower. They can make a full-size bed in it. They
Queen.
have a sink.
It's a modified
right.
queen.
Well, they had to shorten it.
Yeah.
But they're shorter people. Well, like I say, they have a shower. They can make a real bed.
They have a toilet.
They have a toilet.
They have a kitchen sink.
Yep.
They have a bed that makes into an office because she works during the day. They have a drop-down deck, and they use that for their patio. and they're full-time.
You cannot miss it. And that one will be uploaded next Friday. What will the date be next Friday? I don't know.
Your question about how many dogs are allowed, that would be probably something you need to ask the campground.
Yeah, ask them.
I don't know because all we have is Delilah, so I don't.
Which is a cat.
Which is a cat.
The most we had this week, we had a few people that had 2 dogs.
Yeah, but I don't know their rules on that.
Yeah. But they were very well behaved dogs too.
So,
and everybody did a wonderful job taking care of their fur babies.
Their fur babies.
Yeah.
Probably
Sure
Delilah was the terror of the
Yeah,
campground.
probably. But what they couldn't get over is how Delilah would always come when we called her most of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes she acts like a teenager and doesn't hear us.
Yeah, this is true. She's in that, she's in those teenage years. She's 5 now, so
She thinks she's all grown up.
Yeah, she thinks she's all grown up and she doesn't need us anymore sometimes, until it's time to eat.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or bedtime.
At bedtime,
Yeah.
she needs us.
And she's kind of needy at bedtime, of course. Anything else? Any other comments or anything?
No. Nope.
Yeah.
So, you done talking?
Well, I guess. We usually are on for about an hour.
Well, you've almost been on for an hour. Keep talking.
Oh, well. We just can't say enough about how wonderful this week has been, and I guess,
And we truly thank everyone that showed
Yes.
up. We thank all of you for watching the daily blogs that Bill tried really hard to get up.
Yeah. And I still got one to put up still tonight,
Yes.
this afternoon when I get back, plus do another walkthrough video.
Yes.
So I'll be real busy editing for the next few weeks as well, with everything I have on file. Our goal beginning next week will be to try to get 2 videos up a week, and at first that'll be fairly easy. We'll have one video, just about us and whatever we're doing at the moment, and then we'll have these walkthrough videos, which will probably last for several weeks because we'll do 1 a week on those, and those will be probably towards the weekend. We'll try to get a regular schedule laid out for everybody.
No promises.
Yeah.
Because sometimes life gets in the way.
Yeah. And, we're retired.
Sometimes we're having fun. Sorry.
But the way we do our videos, folks, we never script anything. Never. Even when we're doing we don't do how-to videos. When we do our how we did it video, never scripted. Nothing's ever scripted. We just kind of talk among ourselves for a second, about the basic things we're going to talk about, and then I just turn the camera on and we start. And that's the way we've always done our videos from day one, every single one of them. So that's so what you see is what you get. This is Bill and Deb,
This is us.
and this is what when you meet us in person, this is what you get.
Yep.
Right here.
Yep.
That was a pretty little caterpillar.
Well, he keeps crawling on me.
Or was that an inchworm? I don't know. But anyway.
On our CTC, well, we still have to hook up
The water pump.
the water pump,
Which I
and the
intended to have
freshwater
done
tank,
before now.
so that we can go boondocking.
Yes,
in a
I
few
got to do
days.
that this week. That's probably what you're going to see.
And some lovely people, I don't know, 2, 3, how many went in together, but got us a power jack
Yeah.
as a gift, which,
So we'll be
oh my
installing
gosh, that was awesome.
this week.
So,
A power tongue jack.
yeah, power tongue jack,
Right.
sorry. And so Bill will be busy getting that
Uh-huh.
before we leave where we're at. And so that was really nice.
And I think John's going to help me with that.
I think he said he would, yes.
Yeah. We'll see.
Um,
John's really a wonderful guy. We just love John. We love everybody.
We've had a great time.
Yes,
And
we-
we stressed it a little bit, but we had a wonderful time. And everyone else has told me that they had a wonderful time. So I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah. You all need to try to, we'll see if we can figure out a way to get as many of you as possible to the next one. And then, like I say, while we do our travels towards the north and the east, we'll try to arrange some meetups along the way.
How
as
can
well.
we donate to you? I still have an Amazon account. Of course, you can send us an Amazon gift card if that's what you choose. We're not asking for this.
Yeah. But everything is the best way to find out. We have other ways you can do stuff like that, and we're on a fixed income, Sonny. I've always, when I was in sales, if someone would come in, and they wanted to buy a house full of floor covering or whatever, and they say, now keep in mind, I'm on a fixed income, and I couldn't wait till that day came, and it's a joke, okay? So, but it's all tongue-in-cheek kind of thing. But I couldn't wait till that day came when I could say, now remember, Sonny, I'm on a fixed income. But anyway. But those fixed incomes are real, believe me.
Yeah.
So we're certainly not going to turn down any kind of a donation if those want to help us
You
out.
can
And we've
email
had
us
some
if you're
help us out
truly
in the past.
interested in
Yeah.
that, and we
But-
can give you some ideas.
Yeah, but email us at iridetinyhouse@gmail.com. All one word, iridetinyhouse@gmail.com. iridetinyhouse@gmail.com.
Okay. I think we've talked about all we need to talk
Okay.
about. Because we got to get back to our peoples, right?
Right.
We still got people there to visit with.
Yeah.
So, thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you, or afternoon actually.
Yeah.
See, we got up late.
Yeah.
And we appreciate each and every one of you, and we hope all of you can, or a lot of you can arrange to come to this rendezvous, or just simply meet us on the way, because we are going to try experimenting with letting people know where we are in our travels and see how that works out.
Let me at least recite the lyrics
Okay.
to our We're Not Camping song that I mean to get recorded someday and start using it at the end of our videos.
Okay.
And just remember this, folks. As we sit side by side beneath the starry night sky and reflect on this life we have chosen, there's so much we've discovered through our love for each other and this life that we've been given. Then I look in your eyes, and with no great surprise, I see the joy in your eyes. Then you softly whisper in my ear, we're not camping, we're living.
So y'all have a great day.
I didn't get it exactly right, but that's
Yeah.
the gist of it.
Watch for the recording.
Yeah, watch for that.
Thanks,
Y'all
guys.
take care. Thank you so much for joining in.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.